Hello, everybody. That's the gravitational report for October 2nd. Um, Rough energies. We have a Mercury retrograde, and hopefully you're surviving. You kind of like maybe feel like lost within the energies. It's kind of like everything is not going right. Everything probably feel from what you knew, sadness, missing, and so on and so on. There's a lot of going on in the sky within shifts, so quick shift. It's kind of like one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing after another. It's kind of like you don't see at the end. But the end is near. Okay, look at the charts. Beginning of November, we are going to be getting into the Scorpio energy, but little later on, the things is going to get actually much better. You understand that right now it is about you to uh, cross the lip. If you look at the pictures that I'm posting in the um, at the beginning of the clip, you see this woman crossing for it. It is about you to cross the pattern of being strong. But we're talking about spiritually strong from what you living within the truth, crossing the boundaries of the false world into the real path from what you to get this work. Tomorrow you're gonna feel this energy of the work that's going to be a very intense. You're gonna feel it like you need to do the work, but the work is way too much that you cannot do it. Can you make the leap of faith, leap of jumping, and so on? Mercury is going to direct. He's in sextile with the universe in the morning, and the things are going to be intense, but they're going to be okay if you follow in the path with the universe. If you cross the other side, if you cross the other side, the material side of all these situations from within you, it's going to get much higher perspective and it's going to help you to solve what you need to solve from within. Hi Ray, hi Salma. Thank you guys, you two been here for it. And in the morning, we are going to have the ascendant at 9 degrees, 48 minutes in Libra. It's going to opposing Jupiter. We have right now four. That it's a Mercury, that is a Venus, and that is the Sun. They're opposing Jupiter. For Jupiter is retrograde, as you guys know. That is about to go back and relearn, regrow the things from within. We have to go ahead and revise the situations for it. So is Neptune. Be mindful about Neptune opposing Mercury. That could be the wrong visions. That could be the delusion, illusions, situations that are created all this. He is retrograde, but he also can show you in life if there was illusions, delusions, and so on about something from within. Um, it's gonna be a bumpy ride for it. Around 4 o'clock, we are going to have some energy shifts. I'm gonna upgrade you within this. But early at 7 o'clock in the morning, it is about your authority from within you. You to take a leap of faith, take a leap of jump from within you. Stop within the things of what is this, what is that I have to do because of this person, I have to do because of that person, I have to do because that person said this. You're not trying to satisfy all those people. Where are you going to satisfy to you? Where are you going to have the relationship from within you? Some of you maybe find in a rough time that all the time you actually live the life for others, not to your own self. That it's coming in a beautiful transformation because Pluto is slowing down. You need to understand right now things are going to be kind of like prolonged because when a Pluto is shifting, to go back direct. He stays there for like a week in the same spot, and he makes up his mind for another week, and then decides to move forward for another week, and so on. I mean, he moves slowly. Okay, we are going to have another shift. That's going to be a cardinal change shift. That is gonna about we to see the work that we have not done. The moon, it's moving into Capricorn, is going to be opposing midheaven in the morning. It's going to be squaring Jupiter, but it's also going to square the ascendant, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. You're going to feel like your job or being at work, it is like, oh my God, I don't want to work at all. Okay, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be at work. I don't want to do anything to do with it work. I'm burned out. You're going to feel this burnout because it was heavy. It's still a heavy retrograde period. Probably this is one of the heaviest retrograde periods. But if you survive on this, you're going to be the winner from within you. So that is going to be at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, the ascendant moves. It shifts the energies. The midheaven it's move. Things within the family that needs to be worked out. Lilith has the divine energies from the moon. That is the feminine energies begin to understand what's the process of changing. Lilith is going forward to walk in within Leo. Right now, she's in 29 degrees, 35 minutes of Cancer. If you pay attention, she goes Leo, goes back retrograde into Cancer, then goes back again, it goes back, and it's so on and so on. From with but the midheaven is in 25 degrees. That's what we are dealing to. Something about the family matters from within, but they are related to a Jupiter who is retrograde and Neptune is retrograde. That is going to be the wrong understanding within the family. But now we're trying to do a corrections. Now we're trying to look at the communications. Now we're looking at your Mercury to do something about because Mercury is a trine with Uranus and a trine with Pluto. Okay, there is this beautiful communications energies that it's involved within the divine from within. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant moves into 3 degrees of Scorpio. Midheaven is in Leo. It's beautiful energy there, except one thing. It's opposing with Saturn, that is. But midheaven, it's trined with Jupiter and sextiling Venus and the sun, the authority from within. Now we're talking about that this authority from within has to have a balance. It can't be too pushy, but it can't be too soft. It can't be too strong and too weak. You have to maintain the balance as a ruler for it from within. This is going to be a very good lesson that is there, that the energy that we are going to be learning into it. The ascendant at 3 degrees of Scorpio is in divine energies with Jupiter. It is like you have to remove the too strong part for it, or you have to lose the part of too weak. You have to make this balance. The moon and the ascendant, they're going to be at the sextile. That is beautiful energies for it. You see that this is the right vision, but you're going to dealing and you have to work out that vision hours later. It's only a vision. It's only a visions from within for you. So at 10 o'clock, the energy, the ascendant is at the 15 degrees, 15 minutes within Scorpio. It is opposing Uranus in the North Node. We talk about this energy for a long, long time. Okay, this is you fighting the universe. You can't fight the universe. You can't fight what's going on right now. You're fighting from within. You have to be with alignment from within. Okay, and alignment for it. It squares Saturn. Saturn says, like, I'm not letting you go because you haven't learned the things you need to do. That's what the retrograde season is for it. The midheaven is at 25 degrees, 11 minutes in Leo. But there is a divine energies from Pluto and Neptune. Okay, now you're going to see what illusions you create, or illusions you saw, or illusions you were from within. You are the king and the queen that rise up and see the things that were unveiled, they were revealed to you. Okay, so you can make the right decisions from within you. Midheaven is a sextile with Mars. The divine masculine energies, the movement energies, the spiritual warrior from within you sees what it needs to be done properly. And if he doesn't know, where does he goes? He goes, he's in trine with Saturn. He goes to the teacher. He goes and finds help. That's why whatever you are going through, whatever your problems you have from within, go and research it. Saturn in Aquarius, it is about, if you want to understand and create something new, you have to understand what was the people created before you. And that's what some of you have to do with this. For it, hi Erica, thank you for coming in. Agnieszka, thank you. For Selma, I'm going to answer your energy later on, your question later on for it. And beautiful confirmations about the energy that you're saying. For we're talking about that this energies, okay, they are teaching us all the time. We are going to be learning more about these gravitational energies when the time comes in. For it, what is them more and more represent? What is more this gravitation affecting us, and how we can actually be in flow from within? Okay, we actually working from within these energies, and it's going to be a beautiful when we get more and more to the one thing I want to tell you right now is that the moon squaring all this, you are going to feel of this energy is like everything goes against your intuition, and your intuition for work in there, and this intense situations is something you're not doing right. But you have to understand it's not about what you're not doing right. You have to understand that what was done in generally was not right. Generally, here on Earth, because this is a Capricorn, we're talking about an early matters in here, it wasn't correct. So by you looking at what's not correct, not only from within you, but within also within other people's around, you're gonna feel like this work is too heavy. It's impossible to get it done. No, it's not impossible. This is like you look at it to make this jump over, but you think, have you tried? You haven't. And that is what we have to learn how to do properly that jump, that leap of faith. It doesn't matter how strong or how much the issues are to make that leap of faith. So at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is at 27 degrees, gives visions about Jupiter and Neptune that, okay, it's demolishing time, it's retrograde time. I understand it wasn't properly built. I didn't learn properly situations. Okay, I don't have to blame myself for the things that I did in the past of the things that I knew by that time. Now I'm researching, I'm doing the new things, I'm learning new things. Now I'm correcting my own self. That is the power of the Scorpio. It is that transformation. Ascendant is it with sextile with Mercury for it. Mercury is already direct. Midheaven is also in Virgo. It's at 11 degrees, but it's a beautiful trine with the moon and Uranus. That is about this energy of your intuitions to go ahead within your soul, and it's like you seeking a divine help from within, and it's gonna come to you and then answers. So pay attention around 11 o'clock. And at 12 o'clock, the midheaven is with Mercury retrograde, that it's almost done. It's going to have the shadow period. So you'll see these shadow situations for it. Midheaven, it's opposing Jupiter and Neptune. All this intensity of these energies, of these oppositions, you're sick of it. I know, I'm sick of it, of them too. But it's teaching us. It's teaching us that something we have to do the right way. Something we have to stop doing it wrong and learn it that this is not the way. We have to go within, life from within. Please no communications because of the square between midheaven and Mercury with Mars for it. But Mercury is sextile with Lilith. Okay, is something about the shadow. You can go ahead and look and talk to your shadow from within. What is the things that needs to be done at this time? Also, Lilith is in Leo. That is it about your authority to grow from within. That is it, the kid's house. Okay, you're moving out of the family and you become your own authority. That's what Leo is. All right, but the moon right now, it's squaring all this, so you can feel this intense energies within you because the moon, it's the intuition. And be careful, don't listen too much of your intuition at this time, because the intuition is so intense. She cannot see clearly. Specifically, we're talking about when right now with these oppositions with Neptune. Neptune can deceive you to act upon it. Wait until this retrograde situation is settled down, or at least for like another 3 4 days. All right. So at 1 o'clock, the midheaven is in Libra together with the Sun. Beautiful divine energies with the North Node. You want to understand the purpose of this relationship is connecting with your destiny, with your karma that you're doing it right now. The relationship within you leads to the relationships with others. Hopefully, you get to this point. Venus is in beautiful trines with Pluto and the Sun. This energy is about transformations. You transforming yourself into the person you always wish to be, the real person from within you, because that's what the Libra is about, finding the truth, the truth in you, for you. Okay, and that will lead to the truth with everybody. It's going to fix everything for within. The ascendant is in 21 degrees and it's opposing 20 degrees Mars in Gemini. Usually this, it's talking about like desire to have intense communications or do something impulsively, something fiery from within you, and expressions. You might be hear some news, fake news, bad news, and so on and so on. Uh, Please stay away from you attaching into this. It's not going to help you. It's already intense. You don't need more intense energy situations from within you. At 2 o'clock, the ascendant is together with the moon. Now you seeing it, what's going on with the moon. For it, midheaven is at 29 degrees in Libra, and it's squaring Pluto and squaring Lilith. Uh, it's got only like 4 positive aspects. Everything else is red on the map. At this time, it's kind of like a rough situations. But if you learned to stay in the positive mood, Mercury retrograde is in trine with Pluto. Mercury, he's not retrograde anymore. But since lately we've been talking about retrograde, Mercury is in trine with Pluto, and he is in trine with Uranus. That is that energy of inner peace, the circling. Okay, you stay in there. Everything else around you, when it comes to you, you deal with it. If it doesn't come to you, let it go. Okay, it's a lot of intense energies are going right now. There's going to be a lower vibes in this time, and it's specifically when at the moon it's squaring cardinal signs We're talking about Capricorn, Libra, and Aries. Okay, thank God there is nothing actually in Cancer, because otherwise there's going to be situations within family for it. Because right now it is about personality from within, which is Aries, personally, who you are, what you are, how you're growing, the relationships that you have with others, and also your own self, but also is what are you doing here on Earth? What are you working with? Because the moon is in Capricorn and it squares the sun, which is the authority from within you, and it squares Jupiter, who is retrograde. So you're going to feel like there is no point. There is, I cannot do this. I'm not going to be like this. Are you one who actually doubting yourself? So don't doubt yourself from within. Keep on going into the journey. The situation's gonna get better. The ascendant is very close with Pluto. It's trining Venus. It's kind of like giving a love. It's one positive aspect. Also Mercury, and later on, it's going to be the ascendant is going to be also trining the Sun, the authority from within. It's kind of like I'm taking a charge from within me. I don't want to hear anybody to tell me what I cannot do. So you're going to find this power from within, but look at it, the authority, the relationship from within you. That's what the sun is in Libra for. And at 4 p.m., the midheaven is at 29 degrees of Scorpio. You're going to feel this energy when at the end of the Scorpio season comes in. Uh, Beautiful energy. Okay, I mean just beauty. All right, the midheaven has no negative aspect. There is a one, two, three, six. There is a six positive aspects of energy coming into you. Why? You took the authority within you. So nobody can tell you what you can and cannot do. Okay. So the midheaven at the cusp between Scorpio and Sag, for it, it is a sextile with the Sun. It is a sextile with Mercury. It is a trine with Lilith. It is a trine with Jupiter. It is a trine with Neptune. It is a sextile with Pluto. And Pluto shining code is part with the transformations. Guess what? You're transforming through the this intense times. You're the warrior from within you. That's what Mars is there. Are you gonna be the weak warrior? Or are you gonna be the warrior who keep on walking and walking and learning at the same time? You probably understand that during through those heavy times, you learn a lot, not only for yourself, but for the reality, the way the world is. And you're gonna be happy at the end of the Scorpio season. So at 5 p.m., the midheaven is at 14 degrees at Sag. We're talking about opposing Mars. Yes, of course. You're good right now. Let's see. Can you take more? Can you handle it more? And of course, you can handle more. I mean, come on. It's only temporary energies that you are going to be testing with. But right now, the North Node is in divine energies with midheaven. That is about like you know that your spirit doing for getting into your destiny, getting within the karma, solving the material situations from within you. Uranus is there as well. So also the midheaven is in a sextile with the sun and it's sextile with Saturn. It is about the karmic learning lessons. So here is, if you don't know something, you go to someone who knows what to do with it. Whatever the situations in your life, whatever the things are from within you, just don't use your anger, because the anger you probably learn from it right now, it brings only destructions, not only to yourself but also passing it around. That's how the anger it's expanding from within the people. And at 6 p.m., the midheaven is at 27 degrees at Sagittarius. During this time, there is like 5 positive aspect. Everything else is red. We talked about these energies before. Midheaven is opposing Mars, is squaring the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and from all those three, only Mercury has a positive trines with Pluto and Uranus in the North Node. But the Sun and Venus has no positive aspect currently at this time. You may gonna feel like abandonment. You may feel like nobody pays attention to you. These people that were around you, nobody's helping you. You're helpless in no relationship. It is about not them. What is about the relationship from within you? Where is the love from within you? Is that love is real from within you? Was that real love when you built that love? Did you did the right things so you can get the right love? So there's gonna be a lot of work in there from what, and if it's real, you're going to cross that jump. If everything was okay, you're gonna create that jump. It's gonna make that power from within. But you're gonna feel like it's impossible. Nothing is impossible for who? For God. Do you allow the God from within you, the relationship with God within you, the authority of God from within you? There's going to be a lot of tests that are coming in, guys. Those are the divine times. Those are the beautiful retrograde times. Heavy, hard. I know, guys. I know that it's hard on you. I know, sorry, but you need to understand. It's just the lessons. Some of the lessons we should have been not even deal with it because our parents, our grandparents, our grandparents didn't deal with them. Now we have to deal with it. Now we have no choice. Okay? Because we are moving, we are going into the future. So at 7th p.m., the midheaven is with the moon for. It's a little better trining right now with the North Node in Uranus. It's kind of like getting a breather within. So the moon, the intuition now goes within the universe, going with the karma. You know that you're doing this for the future. You know you're doing this for the next generations after. You understand that carrying this heavy load right now it's heavy, but later on the load becomes more and more when you unpacked, when you healed, when you solve the situations from within you. The situations get better and better and better every single days that you do. The ascendant is at 21 degrees at Aries, beautiful divine energies with Mercury. Okay, you're going to see the green light, but you're going to deal with this green light when the midheaven comes in Aries. Okay, guys. So at 8 p.m., midheaven is together with Pluto. Transformations is in order. There is a divine energies from Pluto towards Mars together with the midheaven. You want to understand the first place you need to change from within you is within your spirit, within your soul. So the soul can change the mind, it will change the actions, it will change the warrior from within you, it will change the way you communicate out there from within you. Okay, and it will help you because right now the ascendant is together with the North Node. Vision about the future, the better future that's gonna come in. Keep that hope, that belief in you that keeps you going to this place, keeps you going to train harder so you can create this leap, this jump in you. And at 9 p.m., the energy is going to be beautiful. It's You understand things. You find that there's going to be a new road. The midheaven right now is at 10 degrees of Aquarius. You entering this energy of the Aquarius. So actually, the future energy of the age of Aquarius helps you. So, on the one side, the future energy is helping you to grow, and the other side, the problem of the old age of Pisces, it is pushing you. So, the one intensity tells you, there you go, and the other one is like, come on, you come here, it's gonna be better. You're gonna find new way, you're gonna find your road, you're gonna find your situations from within you. But we still don't understand this energy yet. We only just see it. We only have little glimpses, little energies that's coming in, but we know it's there. We're sensing it. We're working with it, but it's not in the full within us. Why? Because we haven't transformed in full from within us. For so the ascendant is at 4 degrees at Gemini. It's a beautiful sextile with Jupiter. It is a beautiful trine with Pluto. It's a beautiful trines with the Sun and Venus, and the ascendant is in sextile with Lilith. Shadow work, understanding things, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay, beautiful. But guess what? We went through all this power from within us to look at how we are going to able to cross that path. We are going to be cross this hole from within, this rabbit hole, to get in, to get out. We can just jump over. Can we make that leap? So at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is together with Mars. It's time to pay attention to Mars. But Mars is in beautiful trine with Saturn in the midheaven in Aquarius. The divine warrior wants to learn new things. The old warrior didn't work. Why? The old warrior had created the distort visions. The old warrior has issue with the communications and had some issues to understand himself. So now this masculine energy, this wounded masculine energy, wants to become the right energy. Now, what do you need to do? He needs to study, he needs to learn. And that's what this trine with Saturn there is in Aquarius. It helps the warrior from within you. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. And at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is at Cancer. If you pay attention at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is in Cancer. You wake it up in the morning, the midheaven is in Cancer. So whatever you're gonna be going to bed, you waking up with the same energies. Okay, in the morning from within you. So be careful how you go into bed, because if you go into bed with this anger energy, because the ascendant is in Cancer, opposing the moon in Capricorn, for there's going to be a squares towards Mars in Venus in Mercury, and you're going to feel like, come on, tomorrow I have to do all this again. For it is about you to look deep, deep from within you. Midheaven, it is in divine energies with Venus. It is about the love from within you. You put more love. Something doesn't work, you put more love into it. And if it doesn't help, put more love into it. Love towards you, towards everyone around you, towards everything. The midheaven is in sextile with the moon. It gives you the right visions about that love. At the same time, the midheaven is in sextile with Uranus in the north node. You're going to find out that everything is going to be worth it. But the heaviness that there is right now, it is about to show you what is wrong. Not only from within your life, within your family life, within your relationship situations, but what is wrong in general with the society. In you to transform, you to be the example, you to be the person who makes that jump over. Okay, guys. So now I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on here within the chat. Oh, there's a lot of chat tonight. Wow. Yeah, Mercury retrograde is over. Now everyone wants to talk. I get it. For it. So hi Agnieszka, who I miss Erica, and anyone else? No, that's all right. Let's see. Salma, last night I felt heavy heartache. I felt the urge to listen. Nothing compares to you, which I haven't heard in years, and I cried and I felt a little better. I fell asleep. Yeah, there's gonna be this messages like this. There's going to be a memories and flashbacks for it. That comes in with Neptune 4. It's a beautiful messages. Okay, it is about to go back into the love, to go back into everything that you have from within you. And crying is good. Crying is healing. Beautiful, beautiful healing from within. Um, you guys hi to each other, which is good. Thank you, Dio, for the nice topic today. Dio covered it. You're welcome, Salwa. Um, okay, Salma, you retracted. It was great. All of those emotions came over up for the past weeks. Yes, during the past few weeks, within all these energies, that was intense. Now we practice it and we learned the internal peace inside. And that internal peace is priceless. Uh, Even through those hard times, you keep your cool, you keep your situations, and it gives you internal power of not only a personal hope, it actually gives you hope to the humanity, hope within the other people. You see the changes not only from within you, but also within the people you work with, the people you do things for. And that gives you hope that the humanity can change. Do you know what kind of power that is? It's beautiful power if you're catching that energy. It's beautiful power. For Agnieszka, beautiful and true motivation. Dio, thank you for clear forecast, what it's meant, and what can we do to go through it. Thank you for showing up to go in a good directions. You're welcome, Agnieszka, because I learned it with this new period. It was needing something new. People needed something different, not this daily reports or not this predictions of things. They need more about the weather, but the weather of the energy. And they don't need it just like this, they need it hourly. I mean, I cannot do the 24 hours but I picked up from 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. That is usually when the people are awakened, wake up and they do things from it. I compare it to Bulgaria, to the mid Europe and the United States. So it's very similar. I mean, the moon is shifting a lot to it, but the energy, the overall energy is the same, is the right thing. And I'm glad that this report's helping you out. I know there is not a lot of people listen to it. I know there is not a lot of people even sharing it and so on. But the universe is the one who does this. The proper people will come to the universe. I know that how it works. Always been working it that way. But I'm so glad that you getting at this and you applied it within your life. Creating lip, it's not easy thing to do, but possible. So nice to listen to someone who has a good insight and understanding astrology and energies. It took me a while to understand all this. Thank you, by the way, Agnieszka. Thank you for. But yeah, we are doing the spiritual work, and now we getting to understand that. What does that mean? What are the small group things that they can change the world? And indefinitely, they are the only one doing it. Why? Because that's how always been. That's how it was all these situations. We're discovering more every day. There is so much we haven't find out yet. But within time, we're doing this. We're doing it to this, and we understand this unconditional love. We understand this inner peace. We understand from within how the world can be. Do you understand, guys? You understand how the world can be. We can pass these energies towards everybody. This is a lot of healing energy for. I mean, there is so much progress with it. I'm so happy with the people, even in today in the live channel that was in the main channel. I say to the people, thank you. I mean, this is going to be the survival guides for someone later on. We're doing this energy work. We're doing all these talks and everything. This is going to help the people down the road, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I want to say thank you, guys. Hi, Sita. Sending unconditional love. Let's share the unconditional love here. Yes. Healing the light of love. All right, guys. You guys, if you have any more questions, I'll be ready to answer it. Hopefully, you guys gonna understand. These energies are temporary; they're not permanent. So don't get yourself and try to make decisions on these temporary energies. Okay, there is more heavy energies that are coming our way, but there is also beautiful energies that are coming our way as well. All right, guys. If you don't have the questions, you can go ahead and close this session out. And thank you for being here, you warriors. Thank you. Thanks, Erica. I'll share some love here. All right, guys. Tomorrow there's not gonna be a live chat at the main channel. For it, I have some things to do, but we'll see each other on Monday and see how we are gonna be working out with all the things and what I'm gonna be talking to you guys. All right. Just be loved, guys, and I wish you a very good day tomorrow and have some good night's sleep. All right. Be loved, guys.